Antiparallel. Alright, let's get started. Slumbering nightmare. An erased existence leaves trace behind as destiny continues marching forward. One week after the explosion at Lviv, the Elmo continues its sprint through the desolate, empty wilds. We paid a bitter cost to break out from Lviv. In order to escape from the URNC's forces, we were forced to pass up several resupply opportunities. Instead, we had to move repeatedly between satellite cities. This back and forth movement continued until we finally shook off our pursuers. All maintenance work on the dolls had only just been completed today. It was only through the support of underground brokers that our combat squads could be kept running, albeit with great difficulty. Even so, the Elmo only dared to move within the most treacherous areas of the Yellow Zone. We hid ourselves in the wilderness like an injured beast, carefully hiding all traces of our advance, afraid that a movement too abrupt would invite the bounty hunters to encircle us once more. We had to shut down power to the majority of the Elmo's facilities to conserve energy and evade our pursuers. Only the most crucial equipment still runs, such as the equipment inside the medbay. Sparse sunlight filters through the window, painting faint splotches of light upon the floor of the medbay. Though a few rays illuminate the interior, they cannot dispel the heavy, chilling stillness that hangs in the air. I sit on the edge of the hospital bed while Kolpen carefully changes the dressing on my abdominal wound, a farewell gift from Lviv. Though not life-threatening, the tearing pain still lingers gnawing at me.
指揮官、あと少しでいいので休んでてください。
I glance down at the freshly applied white bandages around my waist and shake my head.
私ならもう平気よ。それよりヘレナは。
Kolpen shakes her head and her gaze follows mine to the small figure beside me. Helena lies quietly on a bed, her eyes tightly shut, her complexion as pale as a sheet of fragile paper. After rescuing Helena from the underground laboratory in Lviv, her condition continued to deteriorate. Even upon our swift return to the Yellow Zone, Helena's weakened state showed no signs of improvement and indeed appeared to be progressively worsening. Except for a brief period of lucidity on the day she returned to the Elmo, Helena kept falling into a state of semi-consciousness, with her daily periods of deep sleep growing ever longer.
朝、栄養剤を投与したんですけど、まだ目を覚ましていません。このままでは、ヘレナちゃん。
An almost imperceptible knocking sound, akin to the faint friction of fingertips against a door rather than an actual knock, interrupts Kolpen's anxious statements.
おや？
The hatch slides open gently, revealing a figure with pink hair standing outside, seemingly hesitating whether to enter or not. It's Melanie.
メラニー？どうしたの？
Melanie does not reply immediately. Her gaze, tinged with unease, passes right over me, fixed intently on Helena in the hospital bed.
ヘレナが咲くと枯れる。それが怖い。
Melanie clutches the hem of her skirt, as though summoning the courage to reveal some secret.
実験室にいた時も時々こんな気持ちになるの。確か花が何かを吸収してるって。
Melanie's words are disjointed, as if she's desperately piecing together concepts and terminology she does not fully grasp. I look at Melanie, who seems somewhat flustered, and try my best to understand what she meant.
花、実験室、吸収。
Kolpen tilts her head for a while before slamming her fist on her palm, seemingly having come to some sort of conclusion.
も しかしてヘレナちゃんは吸収した養分を放出して花で言うと枯れ始めているということですか？
As though startled by our conversation, Helena stirs in her sleep and opens her eyes.
指揮官？
ヘレナ。
やっと起きましたね、ヘレナちゃん。みんな心配してたんですから。大丈夫、ヘレナ。頑張る。
A smile breaks across Helena's pallid face as she struggles to rise. Copen hurriedly moves closer, helping Helena sit up as she gently smooths out the disheveled strands of her hair. Helena sits demurely, tilting her head curiously to observe the new visitor.
お前、誰？なんで同じ顔？あなたと同じルーツを持つ姉妹よ。ヘレナ D68。それが私の名前だった。今はメラニーだけどね。メラニー、どうしてここにいる？私を知ってるのか？うん。姉妹たちの存在をかすかにだけど感知できる。あなたからは何か特別な感じがする。どこか遥か遠くの場所にある気配みたいな。
Helena finds herself lost in a recollection, as if a key had unlocked the door to her memories.
遠くの場所。
Helena's gaze grows distant, as though she were straining to recall something. But she quickly returns to a state of weakness, much like a withering flower deprived of the sun.
指揮官、ごめん、疲れた。
Helena starts to sway with weariness before she can even finish. Colpen, standing nearby, immediately steadies her. Helena closes her eyes and falls into slumber the moment Colpen lays her upon the bed. The girl's complexion grows increasingly pallid. Her face is etched with pain as her irregular breathing becomes more apparent. Helena's recent moment of lucidity feels like a momentary illusion in the face of her current reality. I turn to Melanie.
今の話、どういうこと？
Melanie steps back nervously, then continues to compose her response.
私も聞いただけで詳しくは覚えてないけど、特殊な養分がないと花は枯れるんだって。栄養剤だけではダメですか？
Melanie shakes her head vigorously.
なんというか緑色の。実験室のすべてのヘレナはそれが必要だった。
緑色？コルフェ、グローザが持ち帰った資料の中に近いものは？
そうですね。あ、思い出しました。チルロビグの実験室から回収したデータに培養に成分不明の高濃度栄養剤を使った記録があります。状態を安定させるのに非常に有効だとか、それのことなんじゃないでしょうか。
Melanie nods.
今からその実験室を探す時間はないわね。成分はわからないの？
すみません。 栄養剤の成分についての記録はありませんでした。それに成分が分かったとしても詳細不明のまま製造に取り掛かるのは危険です。
そうね。やっぱりパラデウスの拠点から既製品を拝借するのが無難か。分かった。
The girl on the sick bed is still deep in slumber. Her eyelashes flutter gently like a butterfly's wings. Yet one could not help but worry if the next flutter would serve as the final beat. No, this isn't the time to think of such things. I shake my head to throw up the worrisome thoughts. I caress the girl's hair as I open my mouth to speak in a soft voice, as though I were making a promise.
ヘレナ、薬を探してくるわ。大丈夫。すぐに良くなるから。
Helena's body floats upward from the sickbed, as though her half-asleep self had heard my promise. Her three spears gradually disassemble themselves in an azure glow and surround her. They eventually coalesce into a blue, glowing box with Helena contained within.
コルフェ、メラニー、ヘレナを頼んだわ。
任せてください。ちゃんと面倒を見ますから。うん、私も頑張る。大丈夫。きっとうまくいくよ。
I leave the med bay and walk straight to the bridge. The anxiety in my heart burns like a raging fire, combusting any semblance of composure I had to ash. The real storm, it seems, has yet to pass. Groza has just finished downloading the latest list of bounty commissions from Defh through an encrypted network, and my name is prominently featured. It is certainly fortuitous that the picture used for my wanted poster only features a hastily taken, blurry side profile. Even so, we still took measures to clamp all external comms channels. The Elmo alters its course once again, heading deeper into the yellow zone. As it stands, acting rashly would be unwise. We shouldn't risk drawing attention to us. But Helena can no longer wait.
グローザ、イエローエリアにあるパラデウスの拠点をマップに表示させて。すでに知っているものと闇ブローカーから聞いたものも含めて。
どうしたの？
ヘレナに必要な栄養剤はパラデウスの実験室にしかない。状況は一刻を争う。今はもうリビウに戻ることも、前みたいにグリーンエリアを出入りすることもできない。イエローエリアにある奴らの拠点が最良の選択よ。
了解。すぐに情報を整理して候補をピックアップする。ここ数日でリビウからかなり離れたわ。この辺は人口密度が低いし、しばらくは追っ手に見つかる心配はなさそうね。理想はエルモ号を目立たない場所に止めて態勢を整えることだけど、そうすれば実験室に向かう正体だけ出せばいいから、エルモ号を危険にさらすリスクも減るわ。
Kurukai, who had been listening in silence all along, takes over the conversation. Her voice remains as composed as ever.
物資も限られてるし、補給できる場所を探すのも急務ね。
見つかるといいな。ずっと警戒態勢維持するのも楽じゃないし。
Kurukai ignores Mekti's complaints with seasoned ease. She turns to me.
指揮官、補給任務は404にお任せください。
ええ。イエローエリアの奥深くまで行けば闇ブローカーも減ってくるし、エルモ号の維持にもリソースがいる。確かに臨時拠点を作った方がいいわね。
そんな都合のいい場所あるのかな。あったとしても とっくに生き袋とパラデウスに乗っ取られてるに違いないよ。
Mekti's statement throws the ops room into silence. I stare at the yellow zone's sprawling, foreign map, unable to suppress a frown from surfacing on my face. Beep beep. The sudden alert sound breaks the stifling silence.
指揮官、メッセージを受信したわ。
この信号、スオミさんです。
スオミ？どうしてこんな時に？再生して。
The call is put through. After a burst of crackling static, a familiar anxious voice comes through.
指揮官、スオミです。突然連絡してすみません。でもどうすればいいかわからなくて。私のいる人形コミュニティのことを覚えていますか？コミュニティのいる場所が何者かに狙われています。数日前から人間の部隊から攻撃を受けて。
A sudden boom cuts off Suomi's voice. The ensuing footage grows intermittent amidst the smoke billowing everywhere.
全力で迎え撃ちましたが、こっちは人手も物資も。
More intense gunfire can be heard through the call. We even hear some of the frantic, disjointed shouts amid the noise. Like, Suomi, come help us!
指揮官、余裕があれば助けていただけませんか？座標は。
Suomi's voice abruptly ceases after yet another tremendous boom. The call is severed. The last signal transmitted contains only a set of coordinates. Mei-Ling grabs my hand in a panic.
どうしますか？早くスオミさんたちを助けに。
こちらにはまだ戦力があるわ。どうする？指揮官。
あちらは一刻を争う状況ね。考えすぎだといいけど、このタイミングできすぎじゃないかしら。
何者かが私たちをおびき出すための芝居だとでも言うの？でもさっきのメッセージに偽造や乗っ取りの形跡はなかったわ。
今はまだわからない。でも身を隠してる人形コミュニティが見つかって利用される可能性は低い。逆に言えば足がつくリスクを冒してまで助けを求めるほど逼迫した状況ということになる。グローザ、スオミの送った座標をマップにマークして。
Groza swiftly marks a flashing red dot on the map. I study the set of coordinates marked on the map, weigh my options briefly, then issue my orders.
計画変更よ。スオミの座標へ向かう。総員警戒態勢。メッセージが本当なら助ける。その後は予定通りパラデウスの施設を探す。これが罠だったらスオミを敵から救出する。
了解。
A meticulously tended garden sits within a certain corner of a white zone. A poised, elegant girl in a white dress silently enters the garden, stopping behind Dandelion, who is currently pruning some flower stems at a leisurely pace.
ダンデライオン様、4日前、リビウにて大きなコーラプス放射線の波が観測されました。
Who is this new character?
放射線量は過去のとある大事件に極めて近い数値です。
フランクフルトの事件ね。
はい。不可解なのは、放射線量は一瞬にして最大値に達した後、すぐに通常の数値に戻りました。この現象は複数の地域で同時に観測されました。計器類の故障という可能性は低いでしょう。
で、老人たちに調査を命じられたわけね。
はい。この件についての報告はまとめられていません。数値が乱れた原因、一部情報が錯綜している理由、調査が必要な事柄が多くあります。ですが、私の閲覧権限は限られています。
Dandelion remains focused on her pruning, trimming away excess branches with her garden shears without turning her head.
フランクフルト事件のデータセンターの閲覧を許可してください。今回の件について、一から情報を精査して、調査活動に参加したく存じます。
現実と妄想の境界線は曖昧なものよ。人間は真相を隠すためには手段を選ばない。
Dandelion trims off a final fourth branch before setting down her shears. She turns to Helly.
用意された真相を見てくるといいわ。でも覚えておいて、彼らの与えた選択に必ずしも従う必要はない。
肝に銘じます。ダンデライオン様。
Helly bows slightly and turns to leave the garden. This same moment, a vast flood of data surges into her core. She stands in silence as the torrent of information is rapidly deconstructed, categorized and reorganized within her level 2. Dandelion slowly turns around once Helly's silhouette vanishes at the edge of the garden. Her gaze falls on the branches that she had trimmed earlier. A small, pure white flower blooms quietly on the branches, having escaped Dandelion's shears by sheer luck. Dandelion gracefully picks the small flower from the branches. She rolls its slender stem between her fingertips, twirling it leisurely before her eyes, as if she were savoring some kind of ludicrous art. A soft laugh ripples through the garden.
面白いことになったわね。無知な人は真相を探し求めることで不安を和らげようとする。
Dandelion frees the pure white flower from her fingertips, allowing it to float down to the ground.
たとえその真相に意味がなくてもね。